Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm Regina Baker, also known as Gina Mae the Jones. I'm a artist, creative artist in a lot of forms. Music. I'm a musician, percussionist, uh, pianist, violinist, clarinetist. um, yeah, and audio engineer, graphic designer, among some other things. I kind of just put my hands in art, whatever I can get it. I'm a fiend. Um, but yeah, today I'm glad to be here. I'm glad Felipe um, gave me the opportunity to share with you guys. And today's title is, or subject is, infinite proximity, right? Intense. Intense? How did I miss that? God. Well, today's been intense for me. That's my signature, Gina Mae the Jones. Um, so I have uh, two boys, ages 9 and 6. My youngest is autistic. That can be a challenge sometimes. Um, Very intense. I had to teach him sign language early on, that type of thing. Doctors didn't really give me a lot of backing on that because, autism is something that is pretty new to the doctors. It's more uh, it's more involved now. Like they're doing a lot more studies on it and getting a lot more information on it, but it can be a challenge. But lately, I've been putting a lot more energy into creating and therapy for him from me as a mother, as a parent. So I'm a musician. He likes music, I play, when I play around him, I give him the opportunity to feel the energy. Um, Sometimes he has fits, and that is like, I have a meltdown. We all have meltdowns. But when you don't understand what it is that a person is trying to convey, that makes it extremely intense. You know, um, I work really hard at uh, including him in all of my art, from audio design. So sometimes when I'm in the studio, I take samples from him, and I'll get his frustration. I've literally taken a microphone, put it in the other bedroom while he was having a fit, and just recorded the sounds from it, and then let him listen to it and find out it exactly, you know, how he's responding to hearing himself. This is what you sounded like. I can't believe you threw that fit for what, you know. And sometimes his response to me is uh, he's nonverbal. So sometimes he's just, like, is that me? But yeah, that can be extremely intense. But when I'm in my head and I want to be artistic, because for anybody that knows, if you have a passion for anything, um, sometimes you just want to think. Sometimes you just want to be by yourself. Sometimes you just want to be in your energy, in your zone, and that can be extremely hard to do with someone that's so needy. Um, I'm sorry, guys. I'm hot. Thank you all for being here in the heat. That's beautiful. Uh, oh, I have a 9-year-old, like I was telling you guys. He's 9. He's artsy. Not into the normal things that most kids are into. His thing is being like me. He's like, Mom, I'm gonna be just like you. And it's cute. But then I look at myself, my failures in life, and I say, well, I don't want him to be just like me. I don't want him to deal with some of the hardships that I've dealt with. I want him to be better, So I put energy into teaching him, not necessarily telling him don't make mistakes, because we're all going to make mistakes, but teaching him how to learn from his mistakes, how to put that into action in his everyday life, and understand that we're all flawed. We're all flawed at the end of the day. Learning sign language for me was really a task. I learned other language. I learned other languages as a kid, German and Spanish, but I never thought that I would have someone that needed me to communicate with them otherwise, other than just speaking and saying, hey, did you hear me? And not getting a blank stare, So that was a challenge for me. It was something that I learned that I needed to learn for myself, not only for me, but for him. And so we do sign language throughout the house. Everybody does it, the simple things like please and thank you, and remembering to tell a person to say please and thank you even when they can't say it, but they can show it, So, yeah, an intense life. I've experienced homelessness, my kids have experienced it. Not to the point where I stood on the side of the road with a sign, but to the point where I had to take the gifts that I had and the things that were put into my life as a child and survive with those skill sets and survive and eat, buy diapers with it, you know what I mean? Something as small as knowing how to cook a meal, and being able to go to a business and say, if I cook you a meal, will you give me money for it? How much money do I have to invest in that? And so my art and my music portrays that energy, the passion behind it, more than survival, but to advance, So I keep life pretty real. I express myself in a real world, and doing art helps me get away from the everyday hardships and helps me to expand on my self and be aware so that other people can be aware, because you can always help somebody else with your story. So I really appreciate you guys. That's my intense proximity. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and that it could speak to you in some type of way or another. Thank you.